All right, thank you so much for everyone for having me here. Firstly, I just want to say what an amazing thing Australian democracy is. I'm here on stage alongside senators and members of parliament. I'm 22 years old. My grandfather came to this country with nothing. He was my bapu, he didn't speak English. He had no money. He came to this country to cut sugarcane in North Queensland, and he saved and he opened a small business, a fruit shop, and he provided for our family. And isn't it amazing that, he's still around to see his grandson run for parliament? He came to this country with nothing. He didn't speak the language. And what an amazing, welcoming, amazing democracy Australia is, that it's open to outsiders like this. So, put a round together for Australian democracy. Now, who here loves freedom? Yes. We need a louder. Who loves freedom? Yes. Who here is against the elites? Yes. Yes. Now, I'm here because I love freedom and I'm against the elites. I never thought that I'd get into politics at this age, at 22 years old. You might think, what the hell are you doing? 22 years old, you should be out partying, etc., etc. I didn't think I'd get into this game. It's a tough sport, as some of the other members of this panel have mentioned. I was holding a small rally 2-3 years ago now, supporting Hong Kong at the University of Queensland. You may remember they sent Chinese guys to bash me up. They went after my family. My family received death threats at the direction of the Chinese government. And then the University of Queensland, because it's a $300 million relationship with China, they tried to expel me. They dragged me through the dirt. They smeared me. That's what I went through for a year and a half. Some people go into politics. They go in it for money. They go in it for fame. I don't trust those people. If you see someone in parliament and they're in an empty suit, you can't tell where they stand. I can't trust those people. You've got to see fire in someone's belly. You've got to see someone believes in a cause. Now, with me, I can say, I've put my future on the line. I've put my career on the line. At the University of Queensland, the Chinese government, they went after me. My family, my beautiful mother received death threats, rape threats. That's what my family dealt with. It was a really dark and terrible time. It would have been so much easier to give up at that point. But I felt so strongly that this is about the future of Australian democracy, Australia's freedom. We are an independent country. We're an independent nation. We should have the right to say whatever we want here in Australia about human rights abuses overseas. We will not accept the Chinese government censoring us here in this country. And yeah. Now, that's why I've gotten into politics. At 22 years old, I've formed my own party because no one else would let me run. We've got literally no money. I've got $3 in my personal bank account right now. I think the party account has $3,000. I'm still living at home with my mum. I can't say that, we've got a big professional organisation behind us, but I'm someone who believes in something. I believe in a cause. I've got a dream in a future where Australia will not be bullied by any nation. We will stand up strong for our sovereignty, our freedom. That's what I'm standing for. That's what I'm fighting for, against an elite that unfortunately over the past 3 decades has basically sold us out to China. The Port of Darwin, the Port of Newcastle, they own our electricity grid. They own our universities. This is a genocidal dictatorship. They've got 1 million people in the concentration camps, Uyghur Muslims. Where's the left talking about that? In honesty, I started out on the left and I was shocked by how the left called me a white supremacist for simply standing up to this Chinese dictatorship who was brutal. They were brutal. They were torturing people. They had people in concentration camps. I spoke up for human rights. The left turned against me, said I was a white supremacist. And so I've come to appreciate people who actually believe in freedom, people who actually stand up for Australia's sovereignty. Now, I'm always willing to speak firmly about my beliefs. I saw some people here, booed when the name Zelensky was brought up just before. 7 days ago, I was in Ukraine. I went to Ukraine to deliver food and medicine. I believe in the ability for every country to stand up against a dictatorship, stand against invasion. The way I see it, China's backing the Ukraine invasion. And if Ukraine falls, Taiwan will be next. And if Taiwan falls, then who's to say it won't be us one day? And so I say we have to stand on the side of any country that's fighting against dictatorship right now. I went over there. I spent a night in Lviv 7 days ago. It was 3-4 days just before the recent round of missile strikes on the city. I went there because I believe in the cause. I just believe in standing with anyone who's being bullied, anyone who's facing persecution. I've put my future and my career on the line here. I might fail, but I've got 5 decades to get into the parliament. This is a long-term course for me. No matter how long it takes, because I'm not in this for money, I'm not in this for my own gain. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.